Rangers are moving full speed ahead with this summer's mega renovation, and there are no signs of slowing down anytime soon. The club has just confirmed to new high-profile rivals, and it's abundantly clear this isn't a half-baked restructuring. Under Russell Martin's ambitious stewardship, the entire structure, from the boardroom to the pitch, is being infused with renewed energy and vision. Every signing, every supporting hire, is part of a meticulously plotted strategy aimed at cementing a solid competitive foundation with one eye on domestic glory and the other on the European challenge. Fans have been glued to the headlines as the transfer window unfolds, and these latest deals only deepen the intrigue of what is fast becoming one of the most fascinating markets in Rangers' recent history. The question on everyone's lips is who these new rivals are and what they bring to the table. Firstly, the club is confident of completing deals for Theo Osgaard and NASA in the coming days, adding to the already established signings of Joe Rothwell and Emmanuel Fernandez. Osgaard, a versatile 23-year-old midfielder previously acquired by Luton Town from Wigan in January, is expected to leave the club following Luton's relegation from the Championship to League One. Negotiations are said to be at an advanced stage, with both club and player keen to complete the deal. A product of Liverpool's youth system, Osgaard caught the eye with an impressive 14-goal haul in all competitions last season, and even made his senior debut for Norway, marking his debut with a goal against Moldova. Meanwhile, the club are reportedly leading the race to sign an imposing centre-back on loan from Wolves, the 22-year-old Burkina Faso international, who joined Wolves from Red Star Belgrade for up to £10 million in January. Although he has made few Premier League appearances, the centre-back is contracted to Wolves until 2030 and is considered a player with great long-term potential. But the arrival of Theo Osgaard is expected to be announced first, possibly on Wednesday night, especially once the transfer of Emmanuel Fernandez from Peterborough is confirmed for a fee rumored to be in excess of £3 million. Fernandez, also 23, has enjoyed a rapid rise after being released by a non-league club during the pandemic. He established himself as a key defensive cog under Darren Ferguson last season, helping Peterborough win the EFL Cup on their way to promotion. Joe Rothwell has signed a 3-year contract that predictably ties him to Ibrox. The 30-year-old midfielder, fresh from a key role in Leeds United's promotion to the Premier League, reunites with Martin, having previously worked with him at Southampton. Talks are also rumored to be progressing for the experienced 32-year-old centre-back Connor Cody, indicating that Martin and sporting director Kevin Felwell are determined to bolster the defense with 3 centre-backs capable of competing at the highest level. So what exactly does Osgaard bring to the table? Describe as technically gifted and versatile. He can play as a number 10, a number 8, or even as a left winger. Luton manager Matt Bloomfield praised his creativity and goal-scoring prowess when he signed him from Wigan in January, highlighting the midfielder's ability to influence the game in multiple areas. After successive relegations with the Hatters, Osgaard is now eager to stabilize his career trajectory, maintain his place in the Norwegian national team, and avoid relegation back to League One. His arrival at Ibrox promises steel and skill. 14 goals from midfield is exactly what the Gers have been missing, especially when compared to last season's total. Race and Tom Lawrence, Janice Hardy, and Mama Diamond each managed just 4 goals in the Scottish Premiership. Compare that to Osgaard's impressive underlying numbers. His expected goals outperform his actual goals, while his assisted XG lags slightly behind. But that's precisely the kind of quantifiable output Martin covets. The daring midfielder's ability to operate centrally despite occasional spells on the left makes him the ideal candidate to line up alongside a hard-working number 8 like Rothwell, who focuses more on creativity and link-up play than goals. Reports suggest Rangers remain interested in adding a winger to complement their midfield thrust, but Osgaard's arrival would undoubtedly tip the balance towards a more attacking goal-scoring engine. In terms of the coaching staff, Martin is restructuring more than just the squad. The club has officially appointed 2 new additions. Salvatore Bibo will take over as goalkeeping coach following spells at Arsenal and Brighton, while Mike Williamson joins as first-team coach. Williamson, fondly remembered by Martin from his time at Wolves and Wanderers, boasts over 400 first-team appearances, including around 150 in the Premier League with Newcastle United, and coaching experience from his time at Carlisle United, Gateshead and MK Dons. Martin praised both appointments, highlighting Williamson's wealth of experience and managerial ability, as well as Bibo's proven track record in goalkeeping development. Sporting director Felwell echoed this sentiment, emphasizing that these additions reflect the club's continued commitment to creating the best environment to achieve success both on and off the field. To round off the news, Rangers confirmed that Kieran Wright has signed a one-year contract extension to remain at Ibrox. The 26-year-old goalkeeper joined the club in 2016 and, although he has yet to make his first-team debut, he has featured in both Europa League and Champions League qualifiers. Wright spent the second half of last season on loan in Arbroath, helping them avoid relegation from the Scottish Championship. A former Scotland under-21 international, he has also enjoyed loan spells with Gallifaridian Rovers, Albion Rovers, Raith Rovers, Alloa Dumbarton and Livingston. While he is not the current first-choice goalkeeper, his extension confirms the club's confidence in his potential as a reliable long-term prospect. All of this sets the stage for a season full of expectations, with new faces in the backbone of the squad and a renewed mentality on the training ground. Rangers fans have reason to be excited, a midfield brimming with goals and technique, a defense bolstered by athleticism and experience, and a backroom staff brimming with innovative ideas, all under the watchful eye of Martin and Felwell. The foundations are being laid, and the evolution at Ibrox doesn't end there. The excitement surrounding new signings, both on and off the pitch, has created an atmosphere of high expectation. Russell Martin's Rangers are becoming a team with a clear identity, youthful energy, combined with experience and technical excellence, fused with tactical discipline. Every signing seems to fill a need, and every departure opens the door to a new chapter. This isn't just a restructuring, but a statement of intent from a club determined to get back to the top and stay there. The transfer drive is part of a wider cultural shift at Rangers. Under Martin, there has been a renewed focus on versatility, athleticism, and football intelligence. It's no longer enough to be positionally solid or physically imposing. Players are now chosen based on their ability to contribute to the team's evolving style of play, one that values fluid movement, numerical pressure, and quick, incisive passing. Oscar Rothwell Fernandez, each of them represents a piece of that puzzle, bringing attributes that complement Martin's vision. Oscar, in particular, could become a real fan's favorite. His numbers last season speak volumes, but it's his presence on the pitch, his alertness, his balance, his ability to glide between defenders that could endear him to the Ibrox faithful. A midfielder with a nose for goal, capable of unlocking tight defenses or making late forays into the box, is something the team has sorely missed. And then there's Fernandez, a center-back whose journey from non-league reject to professional prominence is the kind of story that resonates deeply, not just because of the adversity overcome, but because of the hunger he instills. He's not coming to Ibrox to fill the gap. He's coming to compete. His athleticism and aggression will give Rangers another option in central defense, especially if the club manages to secure the signing of Connor Cody. Together, they could form a defensive unit with equal parts experience and potential. The addition of Joe Rothwell, meanwhile, will familiarize Martin's system. Having played under the manager, he knows what is expected of him and how to execute it. Rothwell is a dynamic midfielder, always looking for the opportunity to receive in advance. He may not be a prolific goalscorer, but his ability to connect the play and operate between the lines will give Rangers a new dimension in midfield. When combined with a more attacking presence like Oscar and a holding player at the back, the balance becomes evident. Behind the scenes, Martin has been meticulous in creating a coaching structure that reflects the same values he expects on the pitch. Mike Williamson, his former teammate, brings solidity and structure to the coaching staff. He knows what it takes to succeed in high-pressure environments and brings a modern understanding of defensive organization. Salvatore Bibo's reputation speaks for itself. His work with the best goalkeepers in the Premier League has earned him praise, and the Rangers goalkeepers will undoubtedly benefit from his experience. These are not token signings. These are carefully considered decisions, designed to create a cohesive and experienced squad capable of getting the best out of the squad. As for Kieran Wright, his contract extension may have gone unnoticed among the star signings, but it's a subtle reminder that Martin isn't just building for the future, but also thinking long-term. Wright's journey, while still lacking a first-team presence, has been one of perseverance. Loan after loan, he always lived up to expectations. And now he's finally receiving recognition after another year at the club. Whether he establishes himself as a starter remains to be seen, but his presence brings depth and continuity in goal. The broader context for all these moves is the fierce competition Rangers will face domestically and in Europe. The Scottish Premier League demands consistency, resilience, and squad depth. European nights demand tactical flexibility, composure under pressure, and players capable of delivering on the biggest stages. Martin appears to be preparing for both. Fernandez's physicality, Asgard's creativity, Rothwell's control, every piece is put in place with a specific scenario in mind. And that's not even considering the return of key figures from injury, or the potential emergence of homegrown talent who could make the breakthrough this season. There's also an undercurrent of urgency in everything Rangers are doing this summer. After falling short in recent campaigns, both in the title race and in Europe, there's a collective determination to redefine standards. This starts with squad construction but extends to how the team trains, how it competes, and how it responds to adversity. Martin has been clear in his desire to build a culture of accountability. Players who not only want to be at Rangers, but also understand what it means to wear the badge. That spirit is evident in the type of players being brought in: hard-working, intelligent, humble, yet with fierce ambition. The new arrivals also signal a tactical shift. Whereas under previous managers, Rangers tended to rely heavily on a structured 433 or a cautious approach in big games, Martin seems to prefer a more proactive style of football. High pressing and vertical passing rotations in midfield are hallmarks of a more modern game plan. This means players like Asgard will be instrumental, not only in terms of their output in terms of goals and assists, but also in their contribution to the overall pace of the game. It's a system that demands fitness and concentration, but when executed well, it can overwhelm opponents. What fans can expect this season is a team that is still coming into its own, but showing flashes of true cohesion and purpose. The opening weeks will be crucial. How quickly the new players adapt, their connection with the existing core, and how effectively the coaching staff instill their ideas will determine how quickly Rangers hit the ground running. Pre-season matches and early competitive fixtures will offer clues, but the real test will come when the pressure mounts. Away games on hostile pitches, all at-the-stakes European qualifiers, and old firm derbies where every detail matters. In that sense, the summer rebuild is more than just a signing, it's a psychological reset. Martin's approach isn't to paper over the cracks, but to reshape the foundations. That takes courage, especially at a club with expectations as high as Rangers. But it also offers an opportunity for renewal. An opportunity for fans to connect with a team that not only wins, but also reflects the club's values, courage, ambition, and unity. As we approach the start of the season, the mood of the fans is changing. What began as cautious optimism is turning into real excitement. There's a sense that this is a group being formed not just to challenge, but to lead. A team that, if it works, could mark the beginning of a new era at Ibrox. The names may be new, but the message is that the Rangers of old don't rebuild in silence, they rebuild with purpose. And they're not done yet. Before you continue, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to receive all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't miss a single detail about your beloved team. It's crucial for the Rangers FC fans. Whispers are gathering pace around Ibrox as reports out of Colombia and Germany suggest that young midfielder Gustavo Puerta could be on the verge of a shock move to Rangers. While nothing official has been confirmed, sources close to the player hint that talks are well advanced and the deal could be nearing completion. The 21-year-old, currently on the books of Bundesliga side Bayer Leverkusen, is seen as one of the most promising talents in South America, and a switch to Glasgow could be on the cards. As part of Rangers' summer reshuffle under new management, Puerta, a dynamic central midfielder known for his composure on the ball and fierce tackling, captained Colombia at youth levels and was long regarded as a rising star in his homeland. Although he's yet to fully break into Leverkusen's first team, those close to the club suggest he's impressed during training stints and loan spells, catching the eye of scouts across Europe. With Rangers keen to add depth and energy to the heart of midfield, Puerta could offer a blend of youthful hunger and technical polish that's been somewhat lacking. Since the departures of key figures last season, insiders suggest that Puerta's camp sees the Scottish Premiership as a perfect stepping stone, a competitive league where he can grow, adapt to European football's physical demands, and showcase his talents on the continental stage, particularly with the lure of European competition football. It wouldn't be the first time Rangers dipped into the South American market with success, and fans are already buzzing with anticipation over what the Colombian could bring. Of course, with transfer windows come endless chatter, and while this rumor is gaining momentum, until ink meets paper, it remains just that, a rumor, still. In the ever-turning world of football gossip, Gustavo Puerta to Rangers is one to keep a close eye on. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.